Alright. Let's go ahead and get this started. I should put this up here so that I can be heard more clearly. Oops, okay. Oh, there we go. That's right, my B button won't work. Wait. Okay, so we're supposed to go up the mountain. I need a Deku shield. We're supposed to go up the mountain to go get magic and the whirlwind spin. And we will need magic in this playthrough, but I'm wondering if we go get Din's fire, if we just skip past. Oh. If we just kind of skip over. Oh, well, that worked out really well, actually. If we just kind of skip over. Oh. It's important that we don't press B. But if we were to skip over and just go get Din's fire, will it still give us a magic meter? Because otherwise we don't have magic. That's going to prove to be a problem. I also need one more rupee till I can go get another Deku shield. Oh, well, that didn't hold anything. Hey, a rupee. Okay, so I can go get another Deku shield. Of course, I only have one more dungeon, and I don't really need the Deku shield. Well, I guess technically I'll have a dungeon later on, but let me think about this. Yeah. So we need to go to Hyrule Castle. It's late in game. I guess I'll go get Sun Song. Cause I don't have to wait. I don't want to have to wait till morning. Okay. Alright. Let's go ahead and play the song here. There we go. Because I'm wondering, basically, if you do a minor sequence break, because she normally tells you to go check out the ferry at the castle. But what if you already have knowledge of it and just go straight there? Rupees. There we go. There's a chance I'm wasting time here, but eh. Okay. Right down up. Oops. There we go. I went a little too fast. Alright, now I can get the heck out of Dodge. Okay. Okay, so we have the Sun Song, which is going to be important. We will be getting select pieces of heart throughout this playthrough. Just because some of them are, like, really easy to get. But for now, to Hyrule Field we go. Die, Skellies. Skelly bones. Alright. Alright, let's go. We're heading off to well, I kind of wanted to get a Hylian or no, a Deku shield, but we can get that later. And I don't really need it. Like I said, there's a chance we're wasting our time here, but I'll take that risk. Alright, moment of truth. There we go. Alright, let's see if she gives us a magic meter. So it appears that the fairy fountain is not actually active until you hear about it from the one up on Death Mountain. Just checking one more time. Yeah, no. Okay. So that kind of changes things. Dead end. That's fine. I don't care if I got caught. Probably speeds things up a little anyway. Okay, so we'll head over to Kakariko, go back up Death Mountain, and go all the way up. Oh, I guess I can do bomb shoe bowling if I really wanted. Except I don't. Bomb shoe bowling's not bad. I just don't really care to bowl for a bigger bomb bag at the moment. The whirlwind spin, or whatever it's called, will be exactly of zero use to us during this playthrough. Seeing as how we can't use our sword. And it uses magic, which is going to be a valuable resource. I'll do bomb shoe bowling when I'm going back, because I'll need to get Din's Fire anyway. Din's Fire is a required item in this playthrough. So... Alright, so we're back on Death Mountain. Let's go all the way up. Oh, I didn't even notice that Gorons stop rolling down the mountain once you become friends with the Gorons. Whoops. Cool. Oh look, 20 rupees. Thank you. Okay. Ooh, Deku Seeds. I actually need those. Alright, cool. Oh my gosh. Well, that's not gonna do it. That'll do it. Okay. Okay. Blah blah blah, lady. Give me whatever you're gonna give me. Whirlwind spin. I imagine the game checks for a magic meter when you go to get Din's Fire. We will be grabbing one of the other, of the goddess spells. I don't know, that's what I call them. I call them the goddess spells. But the three of them are Faeror's Wind, Nehru's Love, and Din's Fire. Din's Fire is a requirement throughout the playthrough. For this particular challenge, we're going to make it easier on ourselves and get Nehru's Love. Her scream is so creepy. Alright, so now we got a magic meter. So now Kaporagabora is going to talk to us. Or we will talk to him. He's taking such a roundabout way. Like he goes and does a loop-de-loop and everything. Oh, during the daytime it puts you up here. Interesting. Never mind, this is where it puts you normally. So I'm gonna grab the piece of heart in here. Like I said, we're not going to go out of our way to get the piece of art. Because pieces of art aren't, like, incredibly valuable. They buffer our life a little bit, but I have beaten all the bosses of this game with the default health it gives you just from going through dungeons and getting heart containers. Fun fact, there are 8 heart containers within the game, which makes sense. 8 dungeons, 8 heart containers, which would put your health up to 11. Therefore, there are 36 pieces of heart in total. We will be collecting at least four, maybe 8, I don't know. But we're not going to buff our health that much. We don't need it. Oh, let me do bomb shoe bowling real quick since I'm here. What can I win? Oh look, bomb shoes. Actually, that's pretty helpful to have this early on. Oh, whoops. Okay, there we go. Then this last one is a straight shot. If you can get past both the chickens. Hey! First try. Perfect game. We got bomb shoes. Again, actually going to be really handy. Yes. Don't do the purple rupee. Oh, it's a piece of heart? Oh. I didn't expect that, honestly. That really threw me off. Oh, that was on the edge of the hitbox right there. Oh, big chicken got in my way. So apparently these are called cuckoos. They're not chickens, obviously, because Zelda has to have another name for everything. But apparently they're cuckoos, I guess, or cuckoos. Cuckoos. It's something like C-U-C-C-O. And I always called them cuckoos. Or cuckoos, yeah. Or rather, cuckoos. That's what I always call them. But apparently it's like, I guess, cuckoos? I don't know, that sounds wrong to me. Maybe because I've always said, like, cuckoos. But, like, it sounds wrong to me. Piece of heart. Cool. I don't have the money right now. To the guardhouse! Away! Once we get to the diving minigame, we can actually start racking up. Was it this one? No. Must have been this one? Nope. Which one is it? This one? Yeah, okay, it's the one right by the door. Once we get to the diving minigame, like, rupees just come quickly. Okay, there we go. Now we've got 30. Let's go do bomb shoe bowling again. More bomb shoes? I thought I could get a bomb bag upgrade. I mean, oh, okay, I'll take it. Well, that's... I'll just wait for the chicken to move. He moves right in my way. Because of course he does. That didn't hit the spike trap. Just the cuckoo. Go, 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 go. Okay. Wow. That was actually really smooth. I mean, I got bomb shoes, but like... I think if you manage to do it in 5 shots or less... I think if you do it in 5 shots or less, you should get a free game. Let me just double check this, make sure I'm not wasting my time. Main prizes, large bomb bag, piece of heart. Prizes include a purple rupee, a piece of art, bombs, bomb shoes, and a larger bomb bag. Okay. So, I guess we just got unlucky in our pick. I mean... I'm glad I got the bomb shoes. Oh, and that's not even my maximum? What? Is that because I won twice? I don't understand. Oh, I've got 10 Skulltulas. Cool. I don't fully understand, to be honest. I'm thinking I should come back when I have the Prelude of Light. Because at that point, I will also have access to Zora's Domain. Which means I can do the diving minigame over and over again and stock up on rupees. There we go. Now we get Din's Fire. Which is funny, the fire here is green, not orange. But Din's Fire is the red/orange one. They should have color-coded the flames, in my opinion. The goddesses spells. The spells of the goddesses. There we go. Din's Fire. Again, required to beat the game. You can use Din's Fire not only to attack, but also to burn things. When battle has made you weary, please come back to see me. Such a creepy laugh. But we've got Din's Fire. That's the important thing here. Let's purposely get thrown out. Hey, guards. Okay. I guess we'll just head on off to the next dungeon. Because again, I can do the diving minigame to get rupees. Oh, crap. Let me grab something from here real quick. I need at least 5 rupees to play the diving minigame in Zora's Domain. So I'll just take this and be on my way. Do 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 do. I don't even think there's a way for me to destroy grass, which is unfortunate, because it means I'm going to be relying on drops from dungeons. For things like bombs and bomb shoes and whatnot. Like, I don't think I can... Oh, I can grab grass. Oh, okay. It takes the Goron's bracelet to pick up grass. Oh, and some Dinky seeds. That's going to be handy for the Skulltula I'm about to get. Cool, I got a magic jar. Oh my gosh, we just met up on Death Mountain. Great, thanks Kapora Gabora, go away. Kapora Gabora is just like the worst Zelda character ever. Crap. I'm not counting that because I wasn't in a combat situation. Like, that's the thing. It's not like I was in a... I mean, I know it's kind of cheap for the sake of the challenge, but... It's not like I was in a combat situation and trying to use it. I was trying to simply put away my slingshot. And it's stupid that pressing the B button puts away... To put away your slingshot slashes your sword. They should have thought of that. I mean, either that or I could follow the true rules. And then you're just going to see a lot of the same sections a lot. I guess technically it would be... it would be... I'm trying to think. It wouldn't be too bad overall, technically, because the slingshot problem, unless it also occurs with the bow, would only last until the last dungeon is over, but still. I should just bind B to something that's like never going to be a hit. I should put it to something on my keyboard. But I think I tried that and I ran into some problem. Like there was somewhere where B was required. B's required for the minigames. Like where you have to do bomb shoe bowling and whatnot. Slingshot minigame. Ah, it's 20 rupees. That sucks. I know I don't have enough rupees. Well, Link definitely just got a concussion. Well, there's a heart. There's 5 rupees. I can just farm 5 rupees over and over again. What do they even sell in here? Arrows, a fish, a potion, some Deku nuts, and a heart. And a Zord tunic. Okay. Alright, there we go. Now I have enough to do the diving minigame. Alright. Alright. Pretty good RNG. There's one more. There it is. I'll probably, before I end up turning into Adult Link, I'll probably grab another bottle from, Malin? No, I think it's Talon. Talon on Longmont Ranch doing the chicken minigame. I think that's 30 rupees. Hey, Fernando! You're watching Spider-Man? Hey, that's okay. Which Spider-Man? There we go. Tobey Maguire, best and original Spider-Man? Hey, I mean, that's cool. Personally, I actually really like the new one. just as a Spider-Man, Tom Holland. But Tobey Maguire was good. And I don't hate him, but for me personally, Andrew Garfield, who is the Amazing Spider-Man, As I said, I don't hate him. I just also think he's probably the least favorite for me out of all the Spider-Man actors. Oh, well. But, yeah, the first Spider-Man movie was good. All these good things happening for you. All for you, Norman Osborn. Oh, best cutscene in the game right here. Weep. 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 Hey, Alex. Hey, I really appreciate that. And any amount of time you can spend is absolutely appreciated. Doesn't matter if it's 5 minutes or the whole stream, so thank you very much. Are there fish here around Jabba? Not Jabba, around King Zora? No, but I feel like there should be. You know what I mean? Like, you have to go all the way down here to get a fish. I feel like that's a bit extreme, personally. Here, fish. There we go. Andrew Garfield is definitely the bottom tier of Spider-Man. I think he was too cool for Peter Parker. The thing is, I don't know, it's just, like, he was the emo Spider-Man. No, that's not quite the right word. Like, he was the soap opera Spider-Man. Everything had to be serious and so tragic. Meanwhile, like, Tobey Maguire, while there were serious moments, and it definitely allowed itself to be serious, it also really showed, like, how a high schooler experiencing powers for the first time would react. Like, you know, he gets excited and tries out his powers. And then it kind of goes to his head a bit until a severe mistake, the death of Uncle Ben. Spoiler alert, in case you didn't know, Into the Spider-Verse literally makes fun of the fact that every Spider-Man movie kills off Uncle Ben. And I guess spoiler alert for that movie too. But, you know, with the death of Uncle Ben, it's a severe enough accident, and it's his fault, and it corrects his I don't know, his cockiness, I guess, is a good word for it. But for me personally, I just love the Tom Holland Spider-Man, the Marvel Spider-Man. I mean, the one with official Marvel films. Yo, Dan, what's up? Just because I feel like he's, you know, kind of more. I feel like he's a little more lighthearted while also allowing the movie to have its serious moments. But overall, you get that experience, that fun of a high schooler discovering his powers while also seeing him struggle to really learn what his powers are and what he can do. Your daughter loves Spider-Man movies. Very proud of her for that. Exactly. Yeah. And I mean, granted, we don't really get to see Tom Holland go through the typical Uncle Ben experience. But in a way, they do so much more. Oops, I need to equip my slingshot. They do so much more with his Spider-Man because they don't have to go through that Uncle Ben phase. Uncle Ben is just like off screen. He doesn't exist. It's not even like he died and that's the story. No, he just straight up doesn't exist. Basically. I think they say he died off screen. Actually, no. I think Aunt May is just single. I think she just took Peter in when his parents died. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. There's that. But what I'm saying is, at least in Homecoming, you know, the introduction to the Tom Holland's, well, the solo movie introduction to Tom Holland, you know, we get to see, we don't have that Uncle Ben experience or that death experience. Instead, we see a different relationship where the Uncle Ben figure kind of becomes Tony, you know, where there's a mentor-student relationship that's there. And yes, before you say anything, yes, that does apply later on, but my point is to say Homecoming isolated from anything else in the MCU, current or past, you know, within there, the mentor-student relationship that's there is what shapes the Tom Holland Spider-Man. Okay, Rudo, shut up. There are so many annoying characters in this game. Rudo, Kapora, Navi. I don't need your help! Oh no! I'm okay, you didn't have to come get me. Alright, see ya, Alex. Thank you for showing up, and I hope to see you some other time. There's a Skulltula up here. Okay, wait. I have to press A here. That's so stupid. The vines are just above the bottom. So you can't just, like, get on the vines. Oh, you suck, Bubble. If those things aren't called bubbles, but they called the frickin' skull in flames bubbles, I would be so mad. Okay, cool. Well, that's some weird geometry right there. Like, you can just go this far up. Ooh! Ooh! Swag moves! Swag moves! Well, you know what? I spoke too soon. I was getting cocky. I love using Rudo to hit that switch. Hit me with your best shot. Why don't you hit me with your best shot? Hit me with your best shot. Fire away. Do 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 do. You're a real tough cookie with a long history, breaking little hearts like the one in me. No! 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 Oh, dude. Dude. Trying to go a little too fast there. Should have just played it safe. Oh my god, shut up, Rudo. You depend on me for everything. Unless you want to go get the stone back yourself. No, I didn't think so. So shut up, Rudo. Switch had to be hit again. I don't know what to tell you, Rudo. You know, you had to hit that switch. Hey, Benatar. I should call you Stormtrooper with your aim. Come on, I'm right here. Hit me. Hit me. Oh, well, never mind. Do 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 do. Okay, alright. Cool. Once we get the boomerang, we are golden. This isn't even where I want to go. This isn't even the boomerang chest. Oh my gosh, shut up, Navi. No, I can't press this switch with my weight alone. What do you think I'm doing with Rudo here? Oh, crap. There we go. That should be the boomerang chest. Hey, boomerang chest. Oh. Okay. So from here we can just take on the tentacles. I don't even think we have to go. I know there are 3 rooms here, but I think Yep, never mind. We have to go here to take on the first one. Here we go. Alright, let's try out our new boomerang friend, shall we? That was simple. I don't even care about the chest. It's probably the map or compass or something. Okay, now we get to hear Rudo complain. Alright, cool. So now... Okay. Alright, Navi, you've officially outstayed your welcome. Attention, fairy tale things! You've officially outstayed your welcome! There we go. I think those are the mapping compass chests. Actually, I don't even know why I came in here. That didn't get me anywhere. Okay. This should be the green one. Okay. Now, this allows us to go back. Gonna go back in time. I believe it's this one. Okay, I'm gonna need Deku sticks here. Oh, crap. Hope the slingshot works. Oh, hey Geargon. What's up? Ha! Shiny, shiny, shiny! Gimme, gimme, gimme! Lord Jabu Jabu is so squishy looking inside. Real gamers drink generic energy drink number 21. With no logo. Nothing much. Just, Swordless, Ocarina of Time. It's provided some interesting moments. Like, I'm not entirely sure I can beat Big Octo at the moment. That was a slight oversight on my part. Because I didn't go into Jabu Jabu with any Deku sticks. That was more than a slight oversight on my part. But I'm hoping either the slingshot in the back or bombs in the back will do it. Because I know Boomerang will flip him around. Or rather, it'll stun him and then he'll spin and choose a random direction. Like that, and then... I don't know, I am curious here. What? That got him out of his stun? Wait. Whoops. Actually, honestly, the Child Link portion of the game is going to play out pretty close to the way it would normally. It's once we get to the Adult Link section that it starts getting to be interesting. You know what? Maybe I should go the other way. Just like... Huh. Well, that's not how that's supposed to go. But yeah, it's definitely created some interesting scenarios. I mean, okay, so like for example, I didn't stock up on Deku sticks before going into Dodongo's Cavern either. I went into the boss room with 2 Deku sticks, and I thought I'm screwed. I'm screwed. I can't use my sword. I don't have any other weapons. I have the slingshot, but that's not going to damage him. Turns out, actually, he only takes 2 Deku stick jump slashes, which I had no idea. Also, these switches are a lot easier with this. Is Rudo going to be in this next room? She shouldn't be, because I already put her on the platform to the Big Octo. To go up to the top of Big Octo. Nope, she's not in here. Which means I can just do this. I mean, but like, now I'm running low on bombs is the other problem. Whoops. Come on, there we go. I don't think I actually damaged him there. Well, I can't damage him with the slingshot. I don't know. Without a sword, I can. I just have to do some very weird sequence breaks. So okay, so I have given this. I've talked this out with someone who knows the game pretty well, and I've given this a fair amount of thought. So the way Forest Temple is gonna go, I'm gonna play through it till I get the bow, which is how you're supposed to do it normally. And I'm just going to have to figure out Stalfos, because that's a whole other problem. But let's pretend Stalfos aren't a problem, right? So I get to the Deku... Not the Deku. I get to the fairy bow chest. Get the fairy bow. Then I leave. And I abandon the dungeon for the time being. Then I go over to Fire Temple. Get the Goron tunic before it, because you have to. And then go into Fire Temple until I get the Megaton Hammer, which is close to the end of the dungeon. So basically, I played through nearly the entirety of the Fire Temple. Then I go back to Forest Temple, and I believe the Megaton Hammer should be able to damage the boss. I'm not entirely sure. But, like... Well, I mean, that worked. Come on. Oh, that didn't work. No, that's... The bombs are definitely not working. Ah, shoot. What if I... Ooh, what if I just use bomb shoes? You can use the bottle to play magic ball tennis with Ghost Ganondorf and his real counterpart. Yeah. The first phase was never a question of can I do it. You can use the bottle to hit back to play tennis. But the problem I had in my mind until I talked with someone else was how I was going to damage the boss. Because I was thinking going basically through the intended order of dungeons. And they pointed out, well, the hammer can damage just about anything. They said there's very few things the hammer cannot damage. In fact, actually, it might be wise just to start the adult timeline by going to Fire Temple. Because it's open from the beginning. You just have to get the Goron tunic. Because if I did that, the Stalfos they're not a problem at all. And if I can damage Phantom Ganon with the hammer, I should be good. I think I need to go get Deku Sticks and come back. I don't think I'm going to be able to damage this guy. Which way is he going to go? Come on. Come on. Yes. Oh, that didn't do anything. Could you technically use the Broken Sword as an adult? Does that count as a sword? That... I'm gonna say it counts as a sword because it starts off as the Giant's Knife. Right? It starts off as the Giant's Knife and then... Oh, Din's Fire... Yeah. Yeah, I probably could have tried Din's Fire on him. I'm just gonna leave and come back, because you don't need to get another fish just to re-enter. And even if you do, I have an empty bottle, and the fish are free within Zora's domain. What are these pots? What are these pots? If these are Deku Sticks, I'm gonna be so pissed. Oh! Oh! I'm being stupid. I can go into Zora's domain and farm Deku Sticks. This is just stocking up my other stuff. Yeah, okay. Huh. Hi guys. If you don't mind, could you hurry up? Hi. No laser. Laser Bridge isn't bad unless you have to do it no mirror shield. And no cape. That's the real catch. Like, no mirror shield, no cape, no Burna, no staff of Burna. Like, that's awful. You can do it. Oops. I'm gonna have to farm one Deku stick at a time. Actually, realistically, I only need enough Deku sticks. Wait. Doesn't the shop sell Deku sticks? No, they don't. No? No. They sell arrows for whatever reason. But yeah, Laser Bridge, no mirror, no cape, no staff of Burna. Like, that's called masochist mode right there. Masochist Laser Bridge. Oh, hey, some Deku nuts. And then I can just keep going in the shop. Hey, Girgon, do you watch any of the Arrowverse shows? Arrow, Flash, Supergirl, Legends, any of those? I probably won't need more than about 10 sticks and nuts, twigs and berries. You need to catch up on Flash and Legends. But you're caught up on Arrow and Supergirl. You know, I never got into Supergirl because in the early seasons when they're flying around, you can see the wires. I think I talked about this when we did our failed recordings. Oh, never watched them. Ah, okay. I think I talked about this on our failed recordings because we went all over the place with topics. We did a lot better with the one we actually finished. But speaking of which, I need to suggest to Horeo that maybe like that should be started soon. But anyway, but I believe in our failed recordings we talked about this, but Supergirl I could never get into because you can see the wires when they're flying around in the early seasons. Like season 1 you can see it, and about 5 episodes in they start doing a lot of flying action scenes. And so it's just blatant and apparent that you can see the wires. And so I stopped watching, and then I accidentally watched an episode because I thought it was part of one of the massive crossovers they were doing, and it wasn't. And like, I was like, okay, well, maybe you can't see the wires here. And then I watched, and I was like, nope, nope. Like, you could still see the wires. Now, to be fair, I watched the most recent crossover. They had a flying scene, and it was clearly CGI, but you couldn't see wires. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I just need to sit there and grin and bare my teeth and just watch it. And yeah, I think it'll go over decently. I'm seriously at the point where I'm just gonna edit it together. Grew up with Xena and Hercules, so wires won't bother me. Those are ultimate cheap. But like, in modern day, when we have the technology to make sure there aren't wires, it just comes across as really cheesy. Like, and it breaks your immersion. I have 9 Deku sticks. I'm gonna get one more. I mean, back in the 80s or 90s, like, they couldn't remove the wires. So yeah, you would see wires. And sometimes they did it well enough that you wouldn't see it. They would go ahead and frame it from a certain angle or whatever, but most of the time, if there were wires, there were wires. And I know one defense I've heard of this is, like when I told someone this, they said something to the effect of, I hate to break this to you, but it's not, it's not actually real. They're not really flying around. And it's like, I know they're not really flying around. It still breaks the immersion. Like, the idea is that they are supposed to be actually flying around. They're supposed to give you that impression. And when you see wires, it just breaks them. The heck was that? Anyway, I mean, if you like Flash and Legends and you don't mind wires, Supergirl actually is a pretty good show. Like, I liked the plot and the characters well enough. Like, I thought it was a good plot and good characters when I was watching it. I couldn't get... Because it's such an action-focused show and the wires bothered me, I couldn't get past the wires. But that's just me. For someone who could, if they like Flash and Legends, it's worth watching. It takes one jump slash? It takes one jump slash! What? One Deku Stick jump slash. Oh my god, the Deku Stick is so much more powerful than the Kokiri Sword. What is that BS? It takes one jump slash! Okay, well... I try to keep my channel PG, but I'll let that comment sit. Oh, that's just nice, Jelly Cube. Yeah, thanks. Thanks a lot. Well... I mean, touche. No. Oh my god, it happened again. But I think within the context of the name, I don't think it's meant to suggest his parents aren't married. No! No! Ah! I never struggle this hard with these jumps. I mean, and that's kind of why I let it slide. You know, like, how else do you refer to it? I mean, if I wanted to really, like, just really come down hard with the rules, I could be like, oh, you could just say, like, a bad guy from Austin Powers who has why. I don't care, if I'm being honest. It's, like, it is a name. It's an inappropriate name, like, in terms of PG, but I really don't care. Like, my main thing with keeping it PG is, like, I don't want people being non-PG with malicious intent. That's the main thing. Like, I don't want someone to go up to someone else and go, like, F you, buddy, or, like, you know, go to hell, or something like that. But, like, I don't, like, I usually just kind of tell people, like, maybe not in the future, otherwise. Austin Powers was more than likely PG-13. But it really depends. Like, I mean, like, up to a certain point, they didn't have PG-13. They basically had the extremes. There was, like... There was, like, R, which is dropping F-bombs and profanity every other sentence. There was, like, G, which is, like, totally kid-friendly. It doesn't even really have action or anything like that that could be suggestive of things that are violent. It's just a friendly kids movie. And then there was PG, which is in the middle. It's everything in the middle. That's the problem. For example, Shrek is PG, like, was rated PG at the time. That never would have flown today. Today, just because of some of the language they use, even in the context they use it, it would be a PG-13 movie. Which is stupid. But hey, I don't write the rules, I just say how they are. Oh my gosh, okay. Woo. Oh yeah, what a shocking boss. Oh my gosh. I don't usually suck this bad at this boss, but I usually have a sword. I also have exactly zero idea if I can even beat Bongo Bongo. It would be entirely reliant on the hammer. Come on. Bearnade. Look, Lemonade, okay? Bear with me here. Oh, there's a pot. I forgot. Didn't even realize it. There we go. So yeah, I think it's gonna be weird, but I think we're gonna go do Fire Temple first. Oh, the pots came back. Oh, that just had a rupee in it. And my health is full. I don't know why I'm bothering. No, apparently there were just like 2 pots I forgot. And they both contained rupees, but whatever. Oh, okay. I was gonna be like, my game is in a state of purgatory. It's, not continuing on like it's supposed to. Okay, excuse me. I'm gonna go ahead and be on my phone for a moment while, this cutscene plays out. Alright, well that's the Kid Link dungeons. Not too bad. Taking my head. What do you wish? Just tell me. I want that spiritual stone. Nothing, really. Guess what? It plays out the same way. But I always go with, I want that spiritual stone. You mean the spiritual stone of water, Zora's Sapphire, don't you? My mother gave it to me and said I should give it only to the man who will be my husband. You might call it the Zora's engagement ring. All right. I'll give you my most precious possession, Zora's Sapphire. Ruto is just like super annoying in this game when she's young Ruto. She's just kind of there as adult Ruto. Like, she's there because she's a sage. And all three of the sages are I'm trying to think. All 3 of the sages you encounter for the first 3 are like key players you've seen throughout the story. Technically the final sage is 2. The final stage you awaken for clearing a dungeon anyway. Her most precious possession. I really don't like this. Like, I don't like the original game. I like putting spins on it, though. Randomizers, challenges, things of that nature. I don't even know if it's possible. But I'm considering doing trying a no magic run of the game. Actually, I know it's not possible. Never mind. Like, it's not a problem for the Child Link timeline. Unique item is in a sage's closet. It's not a problem for the Child Link timeline because you don't use magic. The only thing you could possibly do is Din's Fire, and that's by no means a requirement. But, but then when you get to adult, like the Adult Link side of things, it gets a little trickier. Because you can't, first of all, Shadow Temple, just to enter it, requires you to use the Din's Fire. And really, even, let's say you could somehow get around that. There was a cheat, there was a hack, there was a glitch, whatever. Right, so let's say that wasn't a problem. There's still Ganon's Castle. And Ganon's Castle ruins all of that with one single room. In the Light trial. You have to go ahead and shoot some cobwebs with a fire arrow to actually make the sun come down so you can reflect it and hit one of the suns and then get through in the end and, you know, go ahead and get to the final core and shoot it. So that's a problem. And then, like, I'm trying to think of the rest of the game. There are 2 required mini dungeons, but neither of them require you to use magic. That's the thing. You can get through them without the Lens of Truth. That's not required. You can get through the Haunted Wasteland without the Lens of Truth. Not a problem. You don't need to do Gerudo's training grounds. Water Temple, there's no reason you should need to use magic. Forest Temple, Fire Temple, no reason you should use magic. Spirit Temple, I don't think you need to use magic. I could be mistaken. But even if you could get all the way through there, let's say there was some way to get around the Shadow Temple entrance and some way to get to the final core, whatever that's there, that's blocking your path, and shoot it. Even if you, and let's say regular arrows worked on those, so that's not a problem. Ganondorf still takes light arrows. So you could get all the way to the end of the game. Even if you could get all the way to the end of the game, you'd still be dealing with light arrows with Ganon. That's magic. So a no magic run is not possible. But I'd love to see other Ocarina of Time challenges. I know there's the three heart challenge. I will never do that. Bongo Bongo was already enough of a pain in my behind before, like when I was going with minimum hearts, just getting a heart container after each dungeon, which put me at 10 hearts going into Bongo Bongo. That was not fun. I won't be doing a 3 heart challenge. But I bet there are all sorts of other various challenges online. There are lots of challenges people do for the various Zelda games. Community challenges, yep. So, Ocarina of Time. Oh, they only have mini challenges. I was also considering, but again, I think you get to a situation where it's like, you could get to the end of the game, but you couldn't beat it. I was considering doing like a Link to the Past no sword challenge, because I don't think you need the sword for any of the bosses. But Ganon definitely needs a sword. So, because I know Aghanim can be beaten with the net, because it's just about hitting the right shots back at him. But I'm pretty sure Ganon uses the sword. Oops. There we go. Unless I'm mistaken. I just... Because, I mean, there's obviously Swordless Randomizer, but they go in and change the... They change the game so that you can damage him with the net, I think it is. Like, whatever they do to do that, it's... Actually, no. There is a swordless speedrun, which theoretically... There's a swordless speedrun which theoretically would include Ganon. No. I'm sorry. They use EG to like get out of bounds and just go to the Triforce room. I believe. They don't actually fight Ganon. Yeah, I don't think a no sword run is possible with Link to the Past. I think you could get all the way up to Ganon, but I think Ganon is the final thing that stops you. But it's not as much of a complication as Ocarina of Time faces with a no magic challenge. Okay, let's go watch a 12-minute cutscene. Or rather, 12 minutes of cutscenes. I'm so used to playing the randomizer and selecting Open Door of Time. Oh, wait. I got all 3 spiritual stones. Hang on, what does this say? There are 3 hollows and an inscription here. Ye who own... Oh. That's right, you have to play the Song of Time here. Because you don't want to play it in front of the big Song of Time block. No, you should just play it right here in front of the freaking pedestal. Huh. Is it technically possible to beat the original Legend of Zelda without a sword? No, because a lot of the bosses use a sword. Maybe you could get past Ganon. And I am talking specifically no glitches. I'm sure there are glitches. You can do glitches in so many games to get around things. Link to the Past becomes an easy swordless run if you use glitches. You just do EG from the beginning, and you're there in like 5 minutes. Not the point. Like, glitches make so many things possible, and I don't mind doing it if it is to get around one slight obstacle, but if it is actually skipping over like the entire game, that's kind of where I draw the line for glitches. For example, it is possible to beat Ocarina of Time without collecting a single rupee. To do so, you have to use some glitches, but they're only to get past slight obstacles. For example, normally you need to get out of the Kokiri Forest, but to do so you need either bombs, which you don't have yet, or you need the sword and shield, so you'd have to buy the shield, so you'd have to get rupees. Using a glitch, you can actually exit the Kokiri Forest before getting any rupees. So, I don't mind things like that, but it's when you use glitches that like skip over a whole bunch of the game, or even the whole game, that I start to mind in terms of challenges. I definitely think, I mean, I don't know, I haven't even really gotten to the difficult parts, but I think Ocarina of Time is possible swordless. But only because they put in the... But only because, for whatever stupid reason, you can use a bottle to hit back... To play tennis with Ganon. But I'm pretty sure if you just stock up really well on arrows, like, before the final fight, I'm pretty sure you can just, like... You have to shoot the Ganon's tail in the first phase, but then I'm pretty sure you can just keep shooting it until he's dead. But I don't know. We'll see. At the very least, I'm sure the hammer can more than take care of the tail. What challenges are there for Link to the Past? What is an Uber challenge? It's a further rendition of the 3 Heart challenge. Three hearts, no pieces of heart whatsoever. Buy the giant's knife and break it as soon as possible, and use that at all times except in the graveyard and while fighting Ganon. You have to get all medallions. You only get 1 bottle. You can't have any deaths. You don't get iron boots. No capacity upgrades except for Adult Wallet. No Great Fairy gifts except for Magic Meter and Din's Fire. No Gold Skulltula family gifts from 20 or more Gold Skulltulas. No Goron bracelet. Jesus. No fire arrows. No Lens of Truth. No long shot, no silver scale, no Zora tunic, no Gerudo token, no maps or compasses, no Biggoron Sword, cannot use action replay, Game Shark, etc., cannot use crooked cartridge, cannot use Din's Fire outside the central room of the water temple, cannot use Megaton Hammer to attack enemies, cannot use Megaton Hammer outside the Fire Temple. Cannot use Deku Sticks to attack enemies. Cannot use Power Crouch Stab. Wait. Is there some way to damage Goma once you stun her that I don't know about? Because it says you can't use... It says you have to get the giant's knife and break it as soon as possible. Can adult and child Link use the giant's knife? Cannot use Power Crouch Stab. Cannot use Bottle except to show Ruto's letter to King Zora. Cannot learn any songs except Song of Time, Zelda's Lullaby, and Minuet of the Forest. You'd have to skip over some cutscene triggers there. Must have Shadow Medallion before entering Forest Temple. Ugh. Must fight Dark Link. That feels like overkill. just that feels like real overkill. Oh, he's just gonna keep going, so I can button mash A here. Weirdly enough, there are no Wind Waker challenges. Oh, would you look at that? Someone actually already did this challenge that I'm doing. Swordless challenge? It doesn't surprise me, but... Like, I certainly didn't think I was the first one to come up with this idea, but I also thought I was kind of the first person that was documenting it. Alright. Well, we've only got one bit of dialogue to go button mashing through. Oh, wait. I need to consider something. Oh, you know, I know this was surprising for the time, but really, the internet just ruins this. I mean, there's just... Like, everybody knows the big twist of this game. I'm reading this Reddit post here, and they said, the way I see it, challenge runs fall on a spectrum. On one side of the spectrum, it's about making the game in question very hard to complete without breaking the rules. On the other end of the spectrum, it's about making beating the game feel different and novel as a consequence of not being allowed to break the rules. Now, the game will still be harder to beat because you are adding rules, but how hard it has to be gets balanced against some other goals, like trying to craft rules that make the run play out in an extremely unusual or funny way. And it's like, yeah, I think that sums up all challenge runs for any game, period. Alright, Biggoron. If you make it back before the end of the stream, I'll see you. I'm gonna stream for about another hour. So I don't plan to be on, you know, a long time. But I'll still be on for a bit. So if I see you within that time, I'll see you then. Otherwise, have a good night. Okay, cool. Well, then I'll see you when you get back. Alright, off to the fire temple. Oh, I have, like, 0 weapons. Well, then. I probably need to go stock up on bombs. I'll use some of my monies. I don't know if this counts as in the daytime enough to... Well, it's open. Bomb, 5-piece, 35 rupees. I don't really have much of a choice. So I've got 6 bombs to make it through the fire temple. Oh boy. You know what? Actually, slight change of plan. We're going to grab Song of Storms. There we go. Oh, jeez. Wow. Not counting that. Alright. Let's go into Dompe's room. Okay. Well, alright, we're just gonna void out. Whoops. Well, now we're playing Song of Time. That's gonna put us in the windmill, which is fine. I don't have a real care or preference one way or another. So, windmill hut it is. Oh, let me go get another piece of art over here. There we go. Oh. I grabbed this when I took Kapora Gabora down. That's right. Okay, never mind. It's all good. I think I also got the man on the roof. Not 100% positive, but pretty sure. Alright, there shouldn't be anything too bad in this dungeon. Oh. Shoot. Whoops. I need to think about this. I need to get to Forest Temple. Crap. Because I am not at Forest Temple. I don't have the bomb. I don't have the bombs to waste there, but maybe I could get a bomb flower? Never mind, it's not growing here. That sucks. Okay, well. Oh. I mean, we have the Song of Storms, so we could get the lazy hell out of that dungeon because there's literally nothing there. Dead End doesn't even give you the lens of truth. Well, that sucked. Well, that was definitely mistimed. Ah! Crap. Just missed it. He rolled into it, and then as he was rolling past, it went off just after he got there. Okay. Well, I can't time this right to save my life. Crap. I was hoping to do a sort of like chain reaction. Maybe catch him in the like second one. Okay. Ah, that was so close. I could feel it. Here. Ah. No, 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 no. I feel like it would just be so much easier to just like use my own bombs, but I understand that I'm limited to bomb. Oh, hey, we got it. Okay. I'm actually glad that Link the Goron is here. Because if he wasn't, it would mean I would have to beat Forest Temple without the hammer. Come on. I don't care. Come on. Alright. But yeah, because this game, at least for the Child Link dungeons, really pushes you in a linear path. Technically, let me think about this. Because you need to get out of the forest just to get the fairy ocarina. Without glitches, you have to do Deku Tree first. And because otherwise, like, if the exit to Hyrule Field was open, you could just straight up skip that. Also, let me change into the Goron tunic right here. If it was open, you could choose between Dodongo's Cavern or Deku Tree first. So and then actually it opens up even more possibilities because you could go Dodongo's Cavern to get the bombs, go into Jabu Jabu's belly to get the boomerang, and make your life a whole lot easier for Deku Tree. Alright, let's go ahead and equip the hook shot. See, I don't know if I can damage the fire dancer is the problem. Kid Link has Deku sticks. Adult Link has nothing. Down A, right down, right down. Right down, right down. Down A, right down, right down. There we go. Like, I could get all the way up to the Megaton, or I could get all the way up to the Fire Dancer right before the Megaton Hammer, but I couldn't get to the Megaton Hammer itself if I can't damage the Fire Dancer. I don't think Kid Link can enter the dungeon. Oh man, how cool would it have been if, like, you go across part of the bridge and she drops down and then the fire is what causes it to get destroyed. Oh, whatever. See, the problem is I was going in here for the fire, or for the Megaton Hammer. But I don't think I can hurt... Oh, I could probably hurt the Fire Dancer with bombs and or bomb shoes. That's a risky play. Hey, Darunia. I want to have a man-to-man talk with you, but now is not the time. Personally, I think from a story perspective, like, Fire Temple makes for a much better introduction to the narrative, because it groups you in with like problems relating to these people. It makes you want to help all these temples that are there, because he's like Ganondorf wants to feed my people to the dragon, to like as a warning to other races. That's such a good narrative incentive to go to the other temples. Meanwhile, with Forest Temple, it's like, go in here. Like that's about all the motivation you get. It's like, okay, good luck, kid. This is a key. Okay. Ooh. See, if I can get rid of the fire dancer... If I can get rid of the fire dancer, I could probably... Get up there. There we go. If I could get rid of the fire dancer, I could probably get the hammer and then leave. What happens when you put that block down? Where does it take you? Got a small key. I'm curious now. I think, if I recall correctly, I already did this experiment, and it literally just takes you to a sculpture. But, you know, I'm curious, so let's go ahead and equip the Ocarina of Time. There's a door up there. Oh yeah, it just leads to a Skulltula. I mean, I could use Skulltulas. I could use Din's fire and it would probably do something to it. Not exactly. Shit. Okay, well, we're now in the danger territory. There we go. That should get me my shield and tunic back. And my tunic. Wonderful. Because I will not survive in here without it. Oh, excuse me. Well, those were two unnecessary bombs. I mean, the Skulltula helps. I guess. I'm going to need 30 of them in total. But I don't think I've... I mean, I haven't really been collecting them. I've just kind of been collecting them as I go. Use a bomb right here. Please be bombs. Nope. Smoke. I mean, I'll take it. Actually, that put me in a pretty good position here. Oh, crap. This is fine. I can just do that. Whoops. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do something more like this, I guess. Oh, actually, you know what? This works out fine. I wanted to be on this side anyway. Come on. With just a few additional items, songs, etc. past what you are initially provided up to certain points in the game, you can actually get access to pretty much any dungeon. Because I was thinking about it, and like you need the hook shot to get into you need the hook shot to get into Forest Temple. You don't need anything to get into this temple. You need the iron boots to get into the water temple, but that's really not a problem. Spirit Temple's free. Technically, you're supposed to have the Lens of Truth, but you can navigate the wasteland without it. The Haunted Wasteland without it. I don't have a map yet. Oh wait, there's a side room down here. Where is that? Is that up here? It's up here. See, I almost forgot about this. I didn't get Scarecrow Song, which was a slight mistake. But it's going to be okay overall. What's kind of nice is they pair the keys together in this dungeon. Okay, that should be good. They pair the keys together, so it's like you get two and you find a door that's locked and you think you only need one, and then it's like, oh, but you actually need two. Oops. Yes, turn the fire on with it. Jerk. Jerk, bubble? I think that's it. Blossom, bubbles, and butter. I don't need that, because that's not the Megaton Hammer chest. The Megaton Hammer chest. Crap. I think this isn't a key over here. What? Wait. This isn't a key over here. I've used my keys wisely. I've only used them where needed. I don't understand why there's the eyeball in this room. There's an eye you can shoot. It'll open back up that door I just came through. But there's not really a point to it. I will say though, key pairing aside, because that's like a very minor point. It's more like, ooh, so cool, and you kind of just fade out. Key pairing aside, it's like, yeah, this dungeon's pretty linear. Oh shoot! These guys become serious. Oh shoot! I don't know what I just did. Oh my god. That is BS. Such BS. That's the door I came in, so the door I need to leave through should be over here. Well, not the way I want to go. I want to go this way. Man, I should have opened the bombable pit. Oh shoot, I went backwards. Actually, I was wrong. Honestly, there's a good amount that's so stupid about this temple. It's easily one of my least favorite temples in the entire game. First thing I'm doing when I get back there is opening up the bombable pit. No! Okay. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Now I'm back here. I think I need to go across. Here we go. I mean, at the very least, like, they could do like they did with Jabu Jabu's belly and like have land, like have pieces of land fall down when you get further up in the dungeon. But nope. It's just like, what's that? You want more ground to stand on? Oh well. Hope you don't fall down and have to, you know, go back through like half the dungeon rolls. No! Bull! I mean, at least the door's right here. But still. That is such bull, though. Okay. There we go. Arrows won't hurt them. It's like you might need some of the Goron special crop. That's actually good to know. Because neither of the Flame Dancer rooms provide you with bomb flowers. I actually didn't mean to talk to him, but I'm glad I did now. So it wouldn't have mattered if we had gone into Forest Temple first. It wouldn't have, like, that wouldn't have helped us in here, but it can go the other way. The hammer should be able to help us. The Phantom. Megaton Hammer can kill Phantom Ganon, however you'll have a similar problem once you reach Bongo Bongo. Started an attempt at a never use the Kokiri Master Biggoron Sword knife at all run, mostly because I want the challenge and also to see if it's possible. Stuck on Phantom Ganon in the Forest Temple. Phase 1 is easy, where he jumps out of the paintings. Phase 2, I'm using an empty bottle to bounce back his fireballs, which again is easy. However, I've successfully unloaded full inventories of bombs and arrows on him. He seems to be taking damage based on his action, animation / sound / color change reaction. Also, he adds the rainbow charge after taking significant damage. I can't seem to kill him. 20 max bombs, 40 max arrows. Deku Nuts do nothing, and the hookshot simply pulls me toward him. Din's Fire doesn't seem to work. I'm considering continuing on with the temples and using the other adult items, namely the magic arrow types and the Megaton Hammer. Any ideas? Yeah, I would do that, but be warned, I don't think that he can be defeated with anything other than the Master Sword. Megaton Hammer can kill Phantom Ganon. He only takes damage from Sword and Deku Sticks. So you'll either need to use Deku Sticks on B Glitch, or do Shadow Temple as Child. Which just sounds awful. That is something I'm going to have to figure out, though. Because, I mean, I guess since we're going with no glitches, I have to do it as Child Link, which I guess makes sense. I've never considered doing the Shadow Temple as Kid Link. But I mean, if it's what I have to do, it's what I have to do. Honestly, it might be a smarter idea at this point just to get to where I need to be and drop down. Well, I didn't expect to get, like, off track by the corner there. Well, that's okay. Where I need to go is just around the corner here. Gosh. So many freaking Gorons rolling around. That's okay. Actually, what is up with that? Like, all the Gorons are supposed to be, like, threatened to be killed. They're supposed to be like, being fed to the dragon. Why are there Gorons rolling around in a maze? And I hear what you're saying. Oh, maybe they're just magic rocks. No. Those are Gorons. Okay, so some of the Gorons are imprisoned here, sure. There's no explanation for the ones rolling around the maze. Are they turncoats? If so, I think that would make an interesting addition to the story. And I don't know. I don't know all the dialogue from the Gorons when you, like, go to free them. So it's entirely possible one of them is like, some of our brothers have turned. And, you know, and whatever. But, like, this, I need to know this story. I'm genuinely curious now. Oops. Darn straight. Don't mess with me. That'll teach you. Okay, here we need to go around the perimeter. Oops. I forgot about that last firewall. We need the hammer to undo the switch, or to hit the switch. That's okay. Oops. Oh, wait. There are bombs in here. There are bombs in the pots here. Yes. Oh my gosh, that's going to save me. There were 5 bombs in there. And a heart. I will gladly take that. This should be the fire dancer. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Yep, this is the fire dancer room. You know what? Maybe bomb shoes would be better to hit him with. Know how to do this. Okay. Okay. And I'm still on yellow. Yellow Flame Dancer. Okay, I genuinely don't know what to do at this point. I don't think Din's fire would work on him. He's a fire dancer. I don't have magic. Deku Nuts? Wait, the hookshot damages him? It would appear so. Slowly, but yes, it does damage. That's like my one saving grace in all of this. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, that was close. Also no hearts? Okay then, fine. Well, that was just unfair. I need to be careful here because there are fire keys at the top, as well as the fire keys along the way. Well, that was not ideal. At least we know Fire Dancer, if I have to fight him again, can be hurt by the hook shot. Which was a very valuable piece of information. Well, I don't know. We'll see how far I can get. There's only a few minutes left in stream. So, I'm going to try to get the Megaton Hammer in stream. Like, in stream time. Alright. The only thing I hate is that in a randomizer I could have hover boots and the hammer going into this dungeon, which just kind of makes it easier to get back to the hammer room, because you don't have to go through the whole fire maze. I mean, once you know the way, it's not too bad. Still, I just kind of hope, like, I just hope I don't have to do the fire dancer again. I know how to hurt him at this point, but I mean, I wish I had known how to beat him before I wasted all those bombs and bomb shoes, but still. Like, I know how to beat him. It's just time consuming, honestly. Like, if you were going for minimum like a minimum run, that would, because you don't, you need bombs for Dodongo's Cavern, so you can take advantage of that. But you don't need bomb shoes, certainly. Oops. Crap. Okay. Oh, that's the... Yep, that's the Song of Time block there. Okay, this is the Fire Dancer room. Time for the moment. Oh, never mind. Wow, I stopped moments before. Moments before that flame wall. Like, I was probably pixels away from being burnt. See, it would be super clever to, like, if you need to get past a firewall in a game because you're, like, hacking into a computer or something, and it's a literal firewall, a wall of fire. But here it's just a bunch of flames that, like, instantly appear as you approach them. So it just comes down to memorization. That's not fun. And it really just serves to make people angry, honestly. I mean, look, I'm not Nintendo. I get that. You know, oh, Nintendo, great game makers, all that. But, like, that was a poor design choice. And, like, I hope anyone looking back on the game would acknowledge that. One thing I complain about is just the whole Shadow Temple and the fact that I have an entire gimmick of, like, invisible things. But realistically, you could just get the Lens of Truth and it makes it much more bearable. And it's not that bad overall. Like, you can kind of see where the mindset was. None of the invisible stuff you have to do within Shadow Temple is too bad. And this is a problem. I think I'm heading this way. Nope, I'm most definitely not. I mean, I suppose that could have gone worse, but, like, screw the game for having that giant bottomless pit right there next to the treasure of the dungeon. Oh, shoot, I'm going backwards now. I had it right the first time. It's the door away from the Song of Time block. Oh, there's the fire keys. I was waiting on that. At least I don't have to beat the fire dancer again. That's nice that that remains done every time. But yeah, I mean, there are some poor design choices in this game. Like, in my book, the bigger a company you are, the less of a pass you get for major flaws in your game. Actually, really, I believe all companies should be held responsible for major flaws in their game. Doesn't matter what size they are, doesn't matter what size team they were working with, doesn't matter how much or how little they were rushed on the project. Like, I believe all game companies should be held responsible for major flaws in their game. That being said, if it's like a game-breaking glitch and you just had no way to really see that or know that, or didn't discover it through QA testing, nope. Frigga. But like, if you had no way to see it and you're a smaller company, like, I'm more likely to give you a pass for it. It still shouldn't happen, but you didn't have the resources that a bigger company does. Right? If you have an oversight like, oh, this part is too difficult because of this one part here, or maybe you're thinking, oh, it's not, like, it's fair enough, but it just doesn't give you a checkpoint. That's what makes it difficult. Like, oversights like that, I'm more likely to give a pass to for smaller companies, but companies like Nintendo, I hold to full responsibility for their flaws. As long as it's worth holding them to the flaws. Because, I mean, if it's something minor, like, if Epona rode only slightly faster than the walk, or went slower than your walking speed, it's like, yeah, okay, but you can just ignore Epona. She's not required in this game at all. Alright, I'm gonna give this like one more attempt. I just really want to get the Megaton Hammer in this stream. But yeah, in my opinion, like, Shadow Temple, I can see where they were coming from with it. But overall, I still think it's just a lot of like, it's just a poor design decision to make an entire temple based around invisible things. Because that can lead to BS, and then it's like the player feels cheated because they couldn't see it coming. I'm gonna run out of health soon. If I die and go back to the start of the temple, I'm ending the stream. Like, I'm just gonna end stream there. We can get Megaton Hammer next time. Alright. I mean, this is basically my last attempt here. Because, like, if I don't die from this, technically I would have the health for one more attempt, but... No! I have the health for one more attempt, we'll go for it, I guess. I said if we die, we'll get Megaton Hammer next time. But seriously, like... Oh, okay, there we go, we died. I didn't even intentionally do that. I was like, I saw the firewall go up, and I was trying to go around, like, stay back far enough around it. It was a rough fall, and I don't know what was going through the developers' heads at Nintendo when they put that in the game. Like, that's how stupid of a design choice it is. And the worst part, the absolute worst part, is that is one of 3 major falls in the game, in the temple. Not even in the game. In the game, it would be one thing. If they did this every so often, that would be one thing. But that's one of 3 major falls in the temple. And I just don't know what the developers' thoughts were when they said, yes, let's put this in our game. I don't know. I mean, that's going to start me back at the beginning of the temple. It wouldn't even be so bad if you didn't have to start at the beginning of the temple every time. But now it's going to be a whole climb back up there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end off stream here. But off screen, I'm going to get back to the Megaton Hammer room. And then next stream, which will probably be tomorrow. Maybe? Hang on, I have to... Yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll start off getting the Megaton Hammer. And since we're already here, I'll go ahead and finish off Fire Temple. And we'll probably move on to Forest Temple after that. So... The thing is that, like, the pathway you have to walk on, and you have to walk on that outer pathway, is so thin at spots. It, like, varies in length. And, like, the thing is, you're also going, like, okay, so there's a circle, right? And there's a pit in the middle, so there's a circle... a pit in the middle, and then like a giant circle on the outside. And there's another room in the game that as you start at the bottom and go up around where your curve goes inward toward the wall, but this one has you curve up around the side the other way, which means that the pit's in the middle and you're going along the edge of the pit. And that's just... And the stupid thing is, the one that is safer, the one that is like designed better, the only thing is it has a strict timer, but the one that's designed better is entirely optional. It's not even like the one that's designed stupidly is the optional one. It's... I've already typed out a freaking like 20 paragraph rant about this entire game. It's called Why I Hate Ocarina of Time. If you go to my Twitter, I'm Ninjasifi on there. You can go back in my tweets, probably 5 or 6 tweets, and it'll be there. I posted it for all the internet to see. Because apparently I like being hated. Hey Biggoron. I was just ranting about, just how many poor design choices Ocarina of Time has. Just so many poor design choices. Specifically within the Fire Temple and the giant falls that can reset your progress halfway back through the temple. So, unfortunately, Biggoron, I am going to go ahead and end off stream here, so you came in right at the tail end. Because I'm back at the entrance of Fire Temple, and I really don't want to make the trek all the way back there just to fall another 5 or 6 times. So, next stream, tomorrow, probably going to be 7-ish, 7:30 EST. I mean, look, okay. I can... From the perspective of a first 3D Zelda, I can give it a pass on some things. Like, okay, is looking around the room for an eye and shooting it the most interesting puzzle? No. But that I can pass off as just the first 3D Zelda, okay? That's a fair thing. But, having giant pits that send you straight down and having it be a required room where the curve goes in toward the pit is just so stupid when the pathway is as thin as it is. They could have made the pathway a little bit lengthier and still had it be kind of a challenge of skill. They could have made the timer a bit tighter. For example, the other room that does it, you have to play the Scarecrow song and hookshot across. Hookshot up to the Scarecrow and hookshot across. And there's a similar room, but it curves the opposite direction, so you're going out toward the wall. But to make up for it, it has a tight timer. They literally should have just copied that room and then pasted it here. They do that with so many other rooms in this game, and I have no idea why they did it here. Makes the Tower of Hera and Link to the Past look friendly. Exactly. That one hole in the middle of the boss arena, you just sit there for a solid 5 minutes and watch your character fall. But the thing is, that's an extremely short dungeon. This one, if you fall, it is unavoidable damage. So if you die, you're back to the start of the dungeon. You have to make the entire trek back there, from beginning to that point. B, there are so many pitfalls all over the place. It's just, there are some things I can pass off as, it was the first 3D Zelda. I can't give them a pass for this. I can even maybe give them a pass for Shadow Temple. I can see where they thought it would be a cool gimmick. And realistically, none of the invisible obstacles are in that troublesome of a placement. You can get through you can get through all of it without Lens of Truth. It's not that big of an issue. But this dungeon is just the worst dungeon in this game. And there's just so much. The instant appearing firewalls in the maze. I can't just say it was the first 3D Zelda. If they had the firewalls up all the time and you stupidly walk into the fire, that's your fault. Or if they had, if they gave you the Lens of Truth early and you can see the firewalls that way as a clever way that's there, otherwise they instantly appear, that would be one thing, but they don't. Anyway, if I keep going, I could rant about all the problems and all the things that aren't good enough to just say it was the first 3D Zelda. I would probably be on for another half an hour. So, I'm just going to say there's lots of issues with this game, and it can't all be passed off as this is the first 3D Zelda. So, so I'm going to go ahead and end off stream. I should be back on tomorrow at about 7, maybe 7:30 EST. I'm going to try to get kind of that early-ish time. I don't know. I might take a day's break from Ocarina of Time Swordless. Maybe I'll I don't know. Maybe I'll play Zelda 1 or Zelda 2. Maybe even Link to the Past. I don't know. We'll see. Because it's Zelda week, apparently. I had no idea. I just go on Twitter, I see 50 hashtags, hashtag Zelda week. I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, Zelda month is November, but okay. So, but I'll see. I'll be back tomorrow. Let me see. The next day, I might do an afternoon stream, but if not, there won't be a stream. So, we'll see. But I'm off for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I'm Ninjasifi, and I will see you in the next stream you show up to. Bye-bye, guys.